Here's a Reddit story from the subreddit Self, and it's titled, My Girlfriend Cheated on Me and All My Friends Knew. I met my girlfriend through my best mate. Let's call him Dave. He introduced me to his friend group, and I became a part of it. My now ex-girlfriend, let's call her Emma, was also part of this group. There were 8 people in the group all together. We were friends for a while. I liked her, and I found out she liked me. Asked her out, and she said yes. Eventually, we made it official. We were happy for about 2, nearly 3 years, and I was honestly the happiest I've ever been. I thought we were perfect. We never argued, and overall, the relationship was great. Well, I thought it was. I was so happy, and in my mind, she was the one. I've been thinking about it for a while and decided I was going to propose to her on our 3rd year anniversary. I told Dave, and he was really happy for me. I wanted to arrange something romantic, like on the beach or something you see on the YouTube of these perfect proposals. I wanted to be something we will remember forever. I wanted all my friends' help to arrange everything, so I arranged to see all of them, excluding my girlfriend, and I told them I was planning to propose. I was expecting the excitement and happiness that Dave showed when I told him, but they all kind of looked at each other silently. I knew they were hiding something. It was obvious. So I asked what it was, and they all said it was nothing and then tried to pretend they were happy for me. But I asked them again, and one of the girls in the group just shouting out that Emma had been actively sleeping with a guy in the group. Let's call him Mike, since we were dating. They were all giggling between each other like it was some sort of joke, which I thought it was to start with. Some really stupid, unfunny joke. I kind of laughed it off, but when I looked at Mike, he just said, I'm sorry. And I could tell he wasn't joking. After a minute, it dawned on me that it was real and not a joke. I stormed out. If I stayed in there any longer, I would have caused a scene. Dave followed me out and told me he had no clue, and I genuinely believed him. I still believe him now. He seems just as surprised as I was. He let me hide out at his place for a while just so I could process everything and keep away from everyone. When Emma found out I knew, she started blowing up my phone. She even turned up at the house, and Dave said he hadn't seen me and sent her away. Dave told me he was going to see them all again and see what actually happened, so he did. And he told me that Emma started sleeping with Mike 3 months into our relationship, and it was something that happened quite often. Multiple times a month, the whole time we were together. And she told all her girlfriends in the group, and eventually everyone knew except me and Dave. And no one told me. No one cared that she was cheating on me for 2 years. The only reason why they told me is because I was going to propose to Emma. If I didn't plan that, I still wouldn't know. I thought these people were my friends. I was so close to them. They were basically family. I spent most of my time outside of work with them. Anyways, her and Mike are together now, and they are all still friends. I still see their social media stories of them all hanging out, and they even tag me in them sometimes. Probably just to rub it in my face. I should probably block them all, but I don't want them to know they're pissing me off. I'm obviously no longer friends with them, and Dave also cut them all off because of what they did. So, I lost who I thought was going to be my wife, but I gained a friend for life, I guess. It sucks. It's been months since this happened, and it still hurts. I still want to cry so bad. But I gotta keep the no cry streak going. Lol. When will I actually get over this? Anyone able to speak from experience? Sorry, it's hard to read or seem unbelievable. It's honestly sound like one of those sad movie plots. Aw, poor OP. I'm sorry that you had to go through this, but you know what? At least now you know who are your true friends. Let's see what the comment section have to say. First comment says, shout out to Dave. The OP responses, I love the guy. He was friends with the others for years before we became friends. And when they did what they did, he told them all to F off and cut them off. Someone responded by saying, "It's rare to find people with a spine and a set of balls." Someone else replied back, said, "There's clearly a reason why they told everyone but him. They obviously knew he wasn't going to stand for it." Another commenter says, "Yeah, honestly, from experience, people rarely have a spine in these situations. Be happy that you at least have a real friend out of this." A follow-up commenter says, "Not only Dave has spine and balls, he also has integrity, a rare quality these days." Someone else wrote, "It's especially crazy because Dave has been friends with them for years, but for that entire time he kept his standards high for them. So no matter how long the friendship was lasting, he wants the best for it and from it. And then boom, all this happened. And now Dave's standards for them have been very much broken, and he does not wish to resolve it with them." Here's one final comment. "Honestly, you gain a friendship worth keeping the rest of your life, and it only cost you a crappy partner and a bunch of fake friends. Why would you ever want people like that in your life? If they were willing to be okay with that, I bet a real reflection on your relationship with all of them, you'll realize they were never really your friends. You just didn't notice." I don't know how old you are. This sounds like such a 20 situation. But one thing I've learned now in my 30s is that I'm happiest surrounding myself with people that have the values and morals that I have. Your circle will be small, but it'll be a circle worth being in. You're going to come out of the situation better and stronger than you were before this. I totally agree. What do you guys think of this story? Please leave it in the comment, and if you like these types of stories, remember to continue to like and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys later.